Okay, so I did a little bit of research, and to get a little bit more research to get the LS1 pump to fit on the L98. On the American forums they said just grind down these bolts on the back of the water pump, slipped a bit there, to give you the clearance to mount it onto the timing cover, because otherwise those bolt heads touch the timing cover, and if you tighten it up it'll crack the timing cover. So now it's not ideal, but I had a LS1 pump, brand new LS1 pump here, and I didn't want to buy a new L98 pump, which at the moment probably would have taken 3 weeks to get here, even in Adelaide, even from Adelaide. So I just ground them back. Really the only difference is how much that front pulley protrudes. L98 one is like half that. Everything else is the same. Some of you may criticise, well, why are you cutting the bolt head off? What if you need to take the back off of there? Well, when are you ever going to have to take the back off of here? If your water pump is stuffed, you are generally replacing the whole lot, not rebuilding a water pump. Well, I'm not rebuilding one anyway. For the time and the price, you could buy a new one. So to answer that question, if anyone asks, no, you're not going to need those bolts. So all that I've done, I just went through, nipped them up a bit more just to make sure they were tight, and then just ground the tops off of them, and then you test out to see how it fits, and if it fits nice and snug without the gaskets, then you've got enough clearance. Once you add the gasket, it adds another, I don't know, 1.5 it looks, just to the naked eye. Well, they're the old ones, but you get the idea. Now you can see where I was just wriggling around before I cut the bolt heads off, just to see where we were having clearance issues. Now on the net they say it's the bottom 3 bolts on the back of the water pump. Still felt like it wasn't quite right, so I did all of them. Yeah, just a bit of a overground there, but it's not going to affect anything. And yeah, this grinding the heads off those bolts doesn't affect anything unless you actually grind the whole bolt head off. You can see there's enough there for it to do its job. And yeah, just to repeat, you grind them off just to give it some clearance to the timing cover. Why I don't buy a proper water pump, you may say, or you may ask. Like I said before, some of the stuff that I'm ordering from the eastern states is taking weeks to get here, and even an air filter I ordered from Adelaide in Wingfield, about an hour away from here, we're at 9 or 10 days at the moment and it's still not here. So yeah, move on to the next part, clean it up a bit, put some gaskets on and fit her up.